Really?
Yes, I did. Because it was the first time for me, so I felt like I was working on my first film. Also, because I sensed that I was the most nervous when there was when there's a big dramatic scene where you have to cry and all of that, you're not as nervous as when there's a big funny scene. Because
We used to choreograph the scene before.
Give enough credit to the words of the dialogues, and sometimes when you're writing comedy, you can't misplace two words. So, for example, if it's written "tu aja," you can't say "Arey aja na tu," because your next line is dependent on that. So, a lot of our rehearsals, and we got really fortunate, we got to rehearse a lot, was about just understand the rhythm of the scene. Just understand that 6 lines are going to lead to the 7th line, which is the punch. So, if these 6 lines are not correct, the 7th line is not going to land. So I think we rehearsed a lot, and in that rehearsals with all the actors, we kind of started understanding that, okay, this is the rhythm of the film. This is how it needs to flow. And I think by the time we reached set, I think they all were comfortable. By then we knew that, okay, this is how it's going to play out.
what I kind of understood.
I've not had those experiences.
Yeah.
So just aping something by seeing the grammar of it, it's not going to make it an authentic film.
Absolutely.
You know, you need to find the story which you have lived, experienced, loved, and tell that story. And then you can figure out whether I want to say it like a Bahubali or whether I want to say it like a Love Today. You can figure out those things. But I think it needs to be a story which comes from your heart. It can't be a story which is aped.
Always.
In that play, what he is in the film.
Great. So guys, I'm Vicky and he's Shashank.
I love it.
Yeah.
So affected the art of sort of tragic drama, right? But I've always heard actors say that comedy is actually the hardest thing to do.
Yeah.
So did you find that while making this film?
I did. The pressure is more in the funny scene because you have to land on the joke. Like, because you'll either miss it completely or you will land on it. Sha? Me and Kiara.
You and Kiara, because you said your
Both of us with, I think, Shashank.
With Shashank, yeah.
Figured out all the rhythms.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think so much of comedy is about the rhythm of the scene written. You know, a lot of people don't.
Also, in midway, the process was comedy as a genre.
Kiara, your character, Vijay Deverakonda had once told me that I asked him about being likable on screen. And he said, I'm here to tell stories. I'm not here to be liked. Did you have any sense of that? Like, is she going to be likable? Is she not? Are those things you worry about as an actor?
Acted together in a play directed by Naseeruddin Shah.
Really?
He was the lead actor
I was
in the
main
play.
lead and he was the supporting cast.
Not even supporting. I was like I was the Shashank.
They didn't offer me the director's seat. They said, you have no background, but I had done dancing and...
You know, Vicky, I was talking to a producer who said that too hard to say.
Too hard to say.
Yeah. You know, Kiara, Vidya had said to me, I interviewed her just before Jalsa, and she said to me, it's actually for the first time, better roles are being written for women than for men. Because with men, it's actually becoming more unidimensional because it's back to the larger than life persona that we sort of had kind of moved away from in the last 20 years. Do you feel that in the scripts that are coming to you? Do you sense that there is an actual evolution?
Recently saw a Tamil film, such a cool...
I think it was Gum. I couldn't blink while watching that film. I thought Alia was phenomenal in
For me.
To leap out with those animals.
I was just going to say that. When
Absolutely.
that happened, I just got...
It was a high.
Oh, it was.
Completely.
It was.
Completely. That moment.
Incredible.
Yeah, it was
I think
incredible.
that's the film I've seen the most number of times this year.
Yeah, and every time it still lands.
Every time.
Every single time. It's like,
Every
yes,
time.
there go the animals. It's
That
incredible.
pre-climax action sequence is just probably one of the... And pray, and I wish that we don't give in to the fears that is...
Inspiring speech. Thank you, Kiara.
I want to do everything that I have not done before.
I just hope for more trust between producers and directors, actors and directors.
question.
Yes.
Then what do you expect? and
Priyanka's
hope
just
for
signal that
2020?
we need to stop.
No, it's okay.
No, we want to know.
Now we know
No,
this.
because see, the thing is, you look at it from a much wider
Yeah,
perspective,
right.
and in a much you're
Sense of, you know, that when you see her live that life.
Sure.
Thank you.